Good day everyone. So this today we will be doing introductory aspects to Autopsy, FTK Media, and also how to create a software blocker. I don't want to stay long, but let us just like get into it. And we'll be using this particular USB. We just want to test it. So now, as you can see, I'm having just my local disk on this particular system, and as you can see, I have external hard drives, right? So if I should plug in my USB now, you're seeing my USB. Now, these are the files inside, but one thing you should notice is that I can click on a file and delete it. This is the delete button. Can you see delete? I can click on a file and delete it. However, assuming this is a kind of USB related to a crime scene, I've altered the information here. I can even right click and also create a folder inside it. I can create a folder inside it. So this can actually stand as it can actually nullify the integrity that no, this person actually, assuming I'm doing off the USB and the investigator is saying I did this, I did that, I'll just tell him I did not do it. Probably you're the one that did it and were able to like manipulate the date or something like that. So that's one thing about the need of software write blocker or write blocker in general. So how write blocker works is that you have your write blocker in between. Let's say this is your device, this is your device rather, and this is your write blocker. So you have your write blocker in between your device and your system. So from your phone or from any hard drive or anything, you are connecting to the write blocker, and from the write blocker you're connecting it to the system. However, if it is some other things, maybe this other USB and everything, you might actually need some special how would I ever put it, connection, or even use software write blocker, which we'll be using this morning. So to create a software write blocker, what we've been doing is you just type your command window R. So and you're going to go to regedit or registry editor. So the name is actually registry editor, and as you can see, you are now in registry editor. Let me go back. So from a registry editor, what you want to do is you want to be able to control some settings. You want to be able to edit some settings in your system. So you go to H key local machine. As you can see, it has some drop down thing here, or drop down parameters. From HB local machine, you go to your system. You go to your system, drop down, stop it. So from your HQ local machine, you go down to your systems, and from your systems you go to your current control. As you can see here, the drop down from system, make a drop down, go to your current control, a drop down again. You can actually go to your control. As you can see, there's a drop down already. So from your control, you want to search for storage device policy, but sometimes you might not see storage device policy, you might see storage. So you can just like right click and create that storage device policy, just like the way I actually wrote it here. Can you see no space storage device policy? Then once you click on it and come here, you're gonna see this one, default regSD, then value not set. Then you want to right click on new, click on D word 32-bit value, and this one you can now write protect. As you can see, don't put space, write protect. Then now notice that this particular one is 0. This particular data value set is 0. So 0 means should I say off, and 1 means on, just like our networking. Let's say 1 is for network device, 0 is for your host, or 0 is for network, 1 is for your host. So we have your value data. 1 is for okay, this thing is actually on, and 0 is for this thing is actually off. And as you can see, we've pressed OK. Now let us go back to our device and see. Now you have to remove and also reinsert again. So did you notice that I can't be able to delete now? I can't delete, I can't copy. I can copy, but I cannot paste. I cannot even rename. And can you see the option for the new folder to create a new folder, can you see that it's not there? So that's the purpose of the write blocker. Actually, like as the name implies, write blocker, it blocks the ability to write to the particular device. So sometimes I just leave my policy like that, so that any USB that is coming in, there won't be any changes made to it. It will just be as you are actually bringing it. But at the same time, you cannot be able to copy. Let's say you want to copy a particular file into this thing, you cannot be able to copy it out, to copy it in rather, because that means you've altered it. So one thing I also want us to do here is let us delete everything, but we can't delete again. But thank God we've deleted earlier. So now we will be going into our FTK imager, because what we want to do first is we want to create a forensic image. And why do you want to create a forensic image? We can't actually work on this particular USB, just as I've said, even though you've enabled your software write blocker, and it is also needed that you also learn how to take screenshots. So as you can see, you can take screenshots that okay, they should be able to look at this place that this thing is actually not available. This particular thing is not available. You can just do as if you're clicking on it, make it so that they'll be able to see that some of the options here are not available as they might be thinking, right? So over to our FTK imager. The main reason why I want to create a forensic device is we can't work on the USB in forensics. It is you should never work on the original evidence. Don't work on the original evidence. You have to like create a bit by bit copy of your own. And thank God I'm even using a 2 GB to try, so it will be very fast. So what we want to do is we want to create this image. Now FTK imager actually works primarily for two things. You can use it to create forensic image. You can also use it to preview evidences. After your imaging, you can like import the evidence in this section of add evidence and also use to preview your evidences, but primarily it's for disk imaging. So we are going to go to this create disk image, and as you can see, we are seeing the physical, logical image file and contents of a folder and every other thing. So the physical drive is just like the entire disk. Full forensic acquisition. I can do a physical drive of my drive itself, my system drive. I can do a physical drive of the USB because I'm plugging it in physical. And someone actually asked the question that can you plug in your phone to the for FTK imager and also do your acquisition there or create your disk image? Yes, and that's it about the physical imager. Now logical device, sorry, forensic is actually a very broader aspect, so I'm actually be touching some aspect that you do not really understand, but don't worry, we get to like understand more. I'm coming, show more option, manage, Akubu manage. As you can see, from computer manage to disk management. Now all these things you are seeing, we have our partitions. They are actually called partitions, and this is my C drive, the one on my system. So I don't want to like crash it or do anything. One thing I can do is I can create a kind of partition on this system, in the sense that you can see this one is read only, I can write, in the sense that I can divide this particular drive into two. It will now give me a logical drive and a physical drive. A logical drive in the sense that it is on my system, even though it is part of the physical drive that you're seeing. However, it is now into two places. I can actually have something like local disk, C drive, E drive, and also another drive, probably B drive, depending on the alphabet I actually selected while doing the editing. So I don't want to go into that one because we have like read-only aspects here. So now that's for the logical image, and for the image file, you are trying to like go from an existing image. So one thing is I can create an image file here, and you can be able to access it and also do the same thing that I've done, and also like do your analysis there. Then content of a folder, as you can see, logical file level as analysis only, excluded, deleted, unallocated. So we are trying to like pick a kind of partition, not the entire drive. Now you're trying to like, okay, if you are splitting this one into two, you're trying to pick one part of it. So that is for the logic file. And this Femicode multiple CD or DVD, as the name implies, you're able to know, okay, this is all this external CD or DVD-ROM, right? So now physical device. So from that physical device, you're saying like this is my SSD and also device I plugged in. So I'm using my USB 2 GB, finish. Then image destination. Image destination is where you want to like add your, where you are adding your, or you want to save your image. Sorry, where you want to save your image. Now you press on add. It is much more needed to, and very important for you to be able to create your extension, to select your extension or image type. Just like we have documents that has docx, like this doc, and .pdf, and also .pptx. You know that one is presentation. It's also like much more okay for you to be able to pick all of these particular extensions or image types. So this raw.dd actually is more like a bit by bit copy. It has been from the ages and will still be generally used, and you can only use it when needed. This math is also similar to, I think, EO1, because EO1 is used in advanced settings now. We use it presently, and it is expert witness. You can actually call it expert witness formats or encase format, expert witness or encase format. And also smart is also similar to it, but smart actually, I think, aids in compression. We tend to like compress the image file. Then AFF is, I think, advanced forensic format. This is actually deals with, you know, there is evolution of tools and every other thing, so you can use your AFF for advanced forensic format. So let us go with EO1. Let us even go with raw.dd. I think Ibrahim will go with EO1, so you can be able to like see that, okay, it doesn't really mean anything sometimes, but sometimes it actually means something because you might want to open with another tool that is not Autopsy. So case number, our case number, we can actually like name it 2105, and the main reason why I'm using 2105 is because we did our session yesterday. So that's one thing about it. Evidence number, the evidence number can be 80800. We started 8 o'clock. Unique description, this is a USB drive for insider threats. Now examiner, you can just put your name, Big Sam. Notes, this is for Victor Akinode. Sorry. Why is my hand not pressing much this morning? Next, now image destination folder. We have to pick the folder. So sometimes I will just advise you that make sure you know the folder you are picking. You can make a new folder or anything. So I have more like a folder I created already for my imaging, and as you can see, forensic image. So I'll just pick this forensic image. So as you can see, I have them inside here. So let me just go with OK. Exclude the extension, image file name, the file name. So you can just use Victor Akinyode. So now you know that your image file is 2 gig. So depending on how you actually want to use it, this fragment sizes, if you have a kind of USB drive or even hard drive or SSD that is like 1 terabyte, doing everything at a go will actually cost a lot. So you can actually like set it that, okay, you want to be able to get like 500 megabytes per drive or 1 gigabyte per drive. As you can see, this one is 0.5. You should be able to give me everything. So use AD encryption. This is if you want to encrypt your image drive, but don't worry. Now this piece is also very, very important. Verify image after they are created. Make sure it is checked. So this one you can also check it if you are doing the real life analysis, but because of our time and everything, you just press start. So one thing about this one is it can actually like create a longer time depending on the hard drive. Don't forget we are using 2 gigabytes USB drive. So I don't expect it to actually like go much long or far like that. So is there anything I need to touch? This is just like an overview about your FTK imager. As you can see, the evidence tree, as I've said, I told you that forensic FTK imager can actually work with acquisition, which is the collection of evidence. It can work with acquisition and also works with you do your examination. So in your examination, you have your evidence tree here. You have some of the names, size, types of data here, and you have some of the X values here, and the properties, you have it here. So this is also more of what we'll be seeing in Autopsy. So, and FTK imager also has like a pro version if you want to go in with the pro version. And yeah, and some of the things you should also note is that anywhere you are storing your device or your image file, now I want to note this thing. It is very important. If I want to image this particular phone, let's say this phone is 256 gigabytes, it is very it is recommendable that anywhere you are saving it should be almost like ×2 of that particular phone, or even if it is not ×2, it should be more than this particular device. And now assuming I'm having 1 terabyte and I'm saving it on a kind of drive that has 1 terabyte too, it is not okay, because there are times that you might actually get a byte that is higher than the original bytes. So now let us see. As you can see, the name Victor Akinyode.001, because we actually we went for the DD. The sector count, this is if you are actually into file system analysis. The computed hashes, and you can see the computed hashes and the report hashes are actually the same thing, and that is where your integrity comes in, that oh, this thing is actually the same thing and it matches. Now this is for MD5, this is for SHA-1. As you can see, it's the same thing, it matches. So that means you're able to do complete imaging. You're able to do complete imaging. That means you're able to do complete imaging without any issue. So that's one thing about creating a forensic image. So let us like close it. And one thing now that I want you to know is, now look at this place. I'm having local disk and USB. However, because I've created my image drive, I can decide to mount it. When I mount, that means I will have it here too as another drive, but I don't want to mount because I'll see like view with Autopsy, so I don't see the reason for mounting. So let us go with Autopsy. Now we are now in Autopsy. So Autopsy is a tool that actually allows us to be able to do examinations on some of our drives, image drives, and also do our analysis. Right, when you want to start in Autopsy, you will see this option, new case. To download Autopsy, I think Ibrahim has also told us how to download Autopsy. We see new case, open recent case, and open case. So this new case is you want to start a new investigation. This open recent case is okay, you want to continue your previous work. Probably you save your previous work. The reason why you're not seeing it is there is no saved previous work here. And this open case, okay, you want to load the saved case. You've actually you've started the case already, just want to load it again to be able to like also examine again. So we'll be going with new case, start new case. Now as you can see, the case name, so the case name is, let me go for Victor Akinyode, exam. Yeah, Victor Akinyode exam. As you can see, the base directory, so the base directory is where the case file will be stored, base directory. Now you can see that I also told you that I did forensic image and reports. So my report is just basically about my examination, Autopsy, and every other thing. So I can just go with forensic reports, then I can select. Then now I have my create data. I can see create data will be stored in the following: Big Sam, desktop, forensic report, Victor Akinyode. Then I can now go to next. So it is also needed for you to be able to like write your case number. Imagine, like, remember the case number we did the other time? I've even forgotten, but I know it is I think 2105 or something like that, or 0521. So examiner name, Big Sam. You have your phone number, plus 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. You have your Gmail, Big Sam. We have your notes. This is for Victor Akinyode Initiative. So from here you can now specify if there's any organization or manage organization. This is just like settings to be able to know that, okay, this person is actually this particular case is from here or is from this particular organization. All right, so it is actually like trying to power up an open case. Or let me see if there's anything we need to like note. Okay, so now we are trying to like create our database, and database is just basically we're trying to create that, okay, this is where this image file will be stored, this is the name that will be called, and every other thing. So now you should power up option to actually add data source. So I think we are actually done with this. I can decide to change it to 0, but I don't want to alter it till we are done. And as you can see, we still have our settings up and running. Yeah, good. And now you see the steps: select host, select data source, select data source type, select data source, configure ingest, and add data source. Now generate new host name, so you can actually like generate new host name based on data source name. So if your data source is Victor Akinyode, it will generate it based on that particular name. Then you can specify new host name. I can select new host name. I can select new host name, or I can use the existing host. Let me just go for generate new host name. Now this is where it now gets like some kind of explanation. Now this image is your created forensic image. Your forensic image, you always, I think I needed to actually show us that one so that we can be able to understand something. Now this is your forensic image, and one thing about this forensic image that I wanted to notice is that, as you can see, it has Victor Akinyode 001, it has Victor Akinyode 001.txt, it has Victor Akinyode 002. Make sure all of these things are actually in one place. As you can see, they are in a folder, even though normally I should like, let me see if there's anything here. There's something here. There's an image file there. There's an image file here. Oh god, there's an image file here. There's also something here. So let me do something now. This is my system, so I can be able to like write into it Victor Akinyode, what do you call it, forensics 4. So make sure all of these things are actually in a folder, or where they are you can be able to access every one of them, because how they work is they work hand in hand. If one is missing, the other one will not open. This txt is a text document file. This is like a kind of partition working with this one too. So now that is your disk image, because you're trying to like import from a particular disk image. Now your local disk is probably you want to analyze live disk. That is where you want to analyze like your RAM. Perhaps you want to analyze RAM immediately like this, or you want to know, okay, what are the processes running on this particular system. And I told you, if you want to analyze your RAM, just search for task manager, and as you can see, these are background processes running on my system. I have 60 background processes running, and I can be able to like just cross check. Is there any one that you feel like, oh, this thing is shouldn't be there and it's there, or this thing I've closed it, is not closed? That's why most times, some of you, if you use your WhatsApp on your system, you can see that your WhatsApp will be running at the background. That is how you can be able to like receive some notifications running on your system. So logical file, a logical file is more like a selected file. As I've told you that we have our logical files here, we have our logical files there. Let's say we have another files there, we can be able to like pick from there. Then unallocated space, these are like a deeper because you have to understand what is unallocated space before trying to like do your acquisition from there. Then logical image results, process mobile acquisition. This is where you want to like process, you know, that the image, the thing you did is a mobile device. So, and all these ones are subject to like there's always an advanced or update thing, so you can actually see it here in Autopsy. Now we are going for disk image. You click on next. As you can see, select data source. So if you are trying to like select your data source, you're trying to select, okay, this is my data. As you can see, it is a document, forensic image, Peter Kinyode. Can you see that it is just showing one? It is just showing one. However, you're seeing .002 the other time, so you just pick that one. The other one will load. That's why I say it must actually be in the same folder. BitLocker option now, MD5. If you have your hash value, we have our hash value already, but let's say you want to like also do okay, this value will not be validated when data source is added. Let's say you want to be able to like compare or add it, you can be able to add it here. So let's click on next. Now this is where you now get a whole lot should I say deeper. You might not see all of these things are actually called plugins. You might not see all of these plugins on your own Autopsy, but there is a way I actually get my plugins. I ingest my plugins for advanced settings, and it is very, very important as a forensic investigator. It is able to understand that okay, there are advanced plugins you can actually use in your analysis, and yeah, I have them here. The advanced plugins actually like allows you to have some of the plugins, or let me use a layman language, some of the should I say options that is needed for your analysis. Let's say you have your mobile device now. I think this plugin actually has drone. This plugin actually has drone. As you can see, I can click on the drone, or I can like uncheck. So now I just want to like okay, check something, because if I should click on everything, it will actually take a longer time. Sometimes this particular thing can actually take hours. It can take 24 hours, it can take 48 hours. So I don't want to click on something that is much. So let me just go with long. Now this is where we can now like start. I don't know if I should pause this thing here or I should just wait, but let us see if it will be able to. Wow, very fast. As you can see, data source, and we have our finish. Data source have been added, file are being analyzed, so it's actually like loading up. As you can see, analyzing file from Peter Kinyode here. Your bottom right, you can see 30%. So once it is 100%, you will see everything here. So as I've told you earlier, you can actually see it here. Your data source, file view, deleted files, file size. You can actually even create it in terms of file sizes. That okay, generate 500 MB, 1 gigabyte, 1 terabyte for me. And we have your analysis results, we have your operating system accounts, tags, score. But like within this thing, you can be able to like get some of the information you might actually need. But let us wait for this file analysis to actually load up, and we'll be able to get something off there. Okay. So I'm actually waiting for it. I feel like you should actually like create. It should be very fast, even though it is 2 gigabytes, and I'm not trying to pinpoint some things. So let us wait a little bit. You can also fast forward the video. And also you can see that Autopsy were able to like pick up and open the file extension, because we used, I think we used .dd. So Autopsy can actually open .dd, it can actually open .eo1, and yeah, there are other things you can actually like get to open. So let us make sure that we are on the same page, right? And also it is very very important that you know that no single I'll have put it, no single tools is needed in forensics. Digital forensics doesn't rely on a single tools. You can use your autopsy, and if you're trying to do another thing, you can use some other tools to be sure that you'll be able to like get a whole lot of things, because autopsy will not give you some things in a way that you might be able to like really have a deeper explanation into it, especially the registry editor and some other things like that. So we are having it loading up. Let me cut the video here. I'll find a way of merging it together and send it, but let us see what we have. We have file type, we have deleted files. I have your file MB. Can you see this one is just is still loading up? We have your report. So let us see if we're able to get some things that it's interesting here. So let me just explain a little bit about the whole autopsy overview. So we have your add data source, image and videos. Probably want to start from image and videos, communication channel, geolocation, some of the data that has the geolocation in it, the timeline, the discovery, generate reports. You can be able to like generate reports based on all of these things here and be able to like look into it. However, this generate report will just give you an overview about everything inside a particular drive, not you being able to see that okay, this thing is actually wrong, this file is actually a document file, why does it have extension of a PowerShell. Yeah, it's one. I think we are moving very fast and we should be done in some minute. It should be done. And one thing is, if you are seeing all of this, if you are seeing this sign XXX, that means the file has been deleted. And this is where you're able to like get your file back. And if you should notice, or if you should be able to, if you are with me, after doing your imaging, we are not talking about any retrieving or deleted files. You've done your imaging, now you are trying to ingest into Autopsy. It is now showing you your deleted file. That means the imaging actually captures everything of the drive, everything the image actually captures. And I can even remove my image file as at now. I can remove my image file to be able to I can remove my USB so that I can be able to like just look into it, and there is nothing I cannot actually do in my USB. So I can be able to like structure it. So let me go into my, let me see if I'm able to like have some things. This is my file system, all files. It is still loading, but let us see if I'm able to get some things out from there. As you can see, I think I deleted some of the files. I deleted some things while we were, okay, it is, I have 82%, sorry, 82, still loading. This is still loading. And one thing about this this file size, MB file size, let me just go back to data source. One thing about MB file size is, okay, if you're trying to like check through 50 megabytes, then it will now give you devices that has 50, more like 50 megabytes devices, as you can see. Now also note that forensics is actually very, very interesting and very deep, because all of this thing, this X value actually has meaning. This particular X value actually has meaning in terms of, oh, this is the number of things, this is a particular file type. So you can just put it up and you can see you have I think 14 these are like these are movies. There's nothing really on the file, it's just the file they used to play something. So bad item, I don't think we should have any bad item because there is no bad item. So you might not really have operating system account because this is not an hard drive. This is not HDD or SSD. This is a USB drive. So metadata. This is a Microsoft Word account. You can see this is a Word document. I don't think this Word document is even there in the first place. Let's check. Can you see it's not there? And we're able to like discover that there is a Word document, and we can be able to also get some things about the Word document. Alright, date modified 2021 11/15, date created 2021 06/20 21/40. And there are times that if you should ingest this thing into like registry editor or some other tools, you can be able to get, okay, who created this thing. Can you see owner is user? That means the person actually logged in as the owner of probably the drive or the system to be able to user ID SIMA. Then you can be able to see the time it was created. Let's go to this file metadata. As you can see, 2024 modified 2024, created 2024, access 2024 too, and you can see you can be able to like, okay, hash loop unknown. You can be able to get some of the things here, and you can see this is X, this is a deleted folder, and now this is a movie that is on the system, but it is not deleted. We still have it on that drive. I said on the system, it's still on that drive. Can you see it? And that is why you are not seeing the X sign with the image of the file. So let me see if I'll be able to like get everything here now. It's a particular document I'm actually looking for, because this is my drive and I saved the documents here. I saved it. It's a result. Yeah, IH results. And you can see file metadata, IH results. This thing we actually pick up. The name will be the image file because it is inside the image file. That's why you're seeing it here like this. So as you can see, date created 2024, date access 2024, date modified 2024. This is your IH results. This is which other thing we can be able to see here. These are just normal documents, modus. And here my IH reports, my police reports. Which other thing we can be able to like get here? I'm trying to see if you could actually look. I'm sorry for the background noise. Sorry, I'm at work. So we can be able to like get a lot of things here. Or this shortcuts. What is what you kill me? So these are just like, I think, images. Now as you can see, you can be able to see the extension too. MP4 is video, and this should be picture. Why is it ink? Okay, shortcuts. Shortcuts is just like a metadata. It's just like it is under like some file system. Yeah, and I did a deleted file. This is my simulations. Wow, these are my simulations when I was, I think, trying to do OSINT. Yes, OSINT investigation about a particular. So I can feel like, oh, you did a research about me, something like that. I know the research, the person have deleted it. So you can be able to even, let me see if this thing will work. Yeah, it's working. You can be able to extract it. Can you see extract file? So where do you want to state your extracted file? You want to save it in your forensic report, Vita Day exam. You can save it here. File extracted. Which other thing? Let me extract down my results. I'm not really show you, please. I passed though. No, because I don't pass. So I passed though. There are my details there. So let me extract this one too. Extract file. Yeah, IH results. File extracted. Text, episode data annotation. Nah, X. So I think we are almost done. This is just like the basic preview of Autopsy. You can check for your 5 views. Most of these things are not actually there because we are not imaging a particular computer HDD or SSD, so that is why you might not be able to like see some things. Let us get here, let us go inside here. You can see unallocated FAT32 systems, the unallocated file. Let us go back a little bit. Let us see what is inside here. This is just trying to do your examination, but you now do your analysis based on what happened. Okay, let us say they told you that this particular person, let's say this is a murder case now, and this particular file was seen. Oh, they dropped that person in a river, and you're seeing picture of a river. You should start suspecting that, oh, something is wrong here. Probably they are communicating with this thing. They dropped the person in a river, they try and clean up the area that they have less evidence. Then you can start mapping your thing that, okay, let me extract this one. I think what I don't want to say it because it is more like a simulation I did. So you can extract it. You can even like get some things that was deleted. This ASCII to it wasn't deleted. YouTube ebook. This like get as the system volume. So we have a whole lot of things here. So that's just like an introduction to Autopsy, FTK Major, and forensic and software blocker. Thank you so much, and if you have any question you can also drop. And yeah, let us see, this thing is not loading. Assuming I'm loading like 16 gig, just like yesterday, we actually take a longer time. As you can see, it can actually take a longer time. So thank you, and if there is another question I can't delete, I will just eject. Yeah, namaste. I think I will have to like add this. Sorry, I did not. I need to like explain about the generate report. So you can generate a report by HTML, Excel file, and every other thing. So let me just use HTML reports. Header of filter. Let me just use Victor Akinyode. Next, check. Then all results. Let's go with all results, and yeah, complete. Let's open it. Let's see what's up in there. So as you can see, we have our case number, we have a number of data source. We have a number of data source. This is the header, the footer will be Akinyode. Then you just have some things here. You have the data source usage. As you can see, you have the metadata, you have the tag file. This might not really like pick up everything because this is just like an overview. So that's just something about the reports, and you can see this report actually runs before ingest service completed. So that's why we're able to like get a little thing from it. So let me see if you have our analysis, and I don't want to waste our time. Thank you. Peace out.